A perfect shot means nothing if your broadhead fails to deploy or planes off target at 400 FPS. Why risk a clean harvest on a good enough blade? Welcome back. Today, we're revealing the lethal precision of 2026's top broadheads. Grab yours through the links below. The number 5 product on our list is Bloodsport Crossbow Broadhead. One bad broadhead can ruin an entire season in a fraction of a second, and experienced crossbow hunters know that sinking feeling all too well. A perfect shot, weak penetration, poor blade deployment, lost confidence. That is where this broadhead starts separating itself from the crowd. The first thing that stands out is how cleanly it flies. Field point accuracy feels incredibly close, which matters more than most hunters admit when shooting high-speed crossbows at longer distances. Then comes the impact. Fast, violent, controlled. The aircraft-grade 7075 aluminum ferrule keeps the setup lightweight, yet tough enough to handle aggressive kinetic energy without feeling fragile. What really adds confidence is the patented blade retention system. No rubber bands, no tiny O-rings to fumble with in cold weather. Just a cleaner mechanical design that feels purpose-built for reliability in real hunting conditions. Compared with some expandable broadheads that can feel inconsistent after repeated use, this one maintains a more dependable flight pattern while still delivering devastating cutting performance. The downside is that mechanical broadheads like this still demand careful shot placement compared with certain fixed blade designs, especially in tougher bone situations. Even so, for hunters chasing speed, precision, and cleaner entry wounds from modern crossbows, this setup feels remarkably refined. The moment that bolt leaves the rail, everything suddenly feels quieter, steadier, and far more under control. At number 4 is Sinbadteck Crossbow Broadhead. Some broadheads look intimidating in the package, then completely lose their composure once they leave the rail. That inconsistency drives hunters crazy, especially when accuracy matters more than raw hype. This one takes a far more straightforward approach. Heavy 125 grain construction, solid metal design, sharp enough to bite hard into targets without feeling flimsy or disposable. The first few shots reveal something important: stability. Whether mounted on a crossbow, compound bow, or recurve setup, the screw-in installation feels secure and balanced, helping arrows track with surprisingly dependable precision during field practice and small game hunting sessions. The medieval-inspired shape also gives it a rugged personality that stands out from many overcomplicated mechanical broadheads flooding the market. Instead of relying on moving parts, this setup focuses on penetration and durable impact performance. That simplicity becomes a real advantage for hunters who are tired of dealing with blade deployment failures or fragile retention systems. Compared with expandable broadheads built mainly for massive cutting diameter, this fixed style sacrifices some dramatic wound channels, but often gains consistency and durability in return. It is especially appealing for beginners refining shot placement or experienced shooters wanting reliable practice heads that can handle repeated use. The sharp edges and solid construction create a satisfying sense of confidence every time the trigger breaks. Sometimes dependable gear is not the loudest thing in your hunting pack. It is simply the thing you trust when the moment finally arrives. The third one on our list is Keaup Crossbow Broadhead. The moment a crossbow broadhead starts wobbling in flight, confidence disappears before the shot even lands. Hunters chasing tight grouping and hard penetration know that frustration too well. This setup attacks that problem head-on with a design that feels built for stability first. The spin-tested balance becomes noticeable immediately. Bolts fly cleaner, steadier, and surprisingly close to field point accuracy, especially at longer practice distances where cheaper heads often drift unpredictably. Then there is the construction. One-piece metal injection molding, combined with 420 stainless steel, gives the broadhead a dense, durable feel that inspires trust before it ever touches a target. The 3 fixed razor-sharp blades hit with aggressive penetration, while the vented profile helps reduce wind drag during high-speed flight from modern crossbows. What also stands out is the ability to resharpen the tapered blades after repeated use, making this setup appealing for hunters who value durability over disposable gear. Compared with expandable broadheads that create larger wound channels, but sometimes sacrifice consistency, this fixed blade design leans toward reliability and dependable impact performance in rough hunting conditions. The downside is that fixed blades can demand more careful tuning on certain bow setups, but once dialed in, they feel remarkably predictable. This broadhead fits hunters who want rugged simplicity, repeatable accuracy, and confidence when shooting fast crossbow bolts through changing wind and terrain. Some hunting gear feels temporary. This one feels ready for another season before the first one even ends. On number 2 is TenPoint EVO-X Montec crossbow broadhead. Nothing exposes weak hunting gear faster than a high-speed crossbow ripping through cold air at full power. One tiny flaw in a broadhead and the entire shot can fall apart before impact. That is why this fixed blade setup feels so reassuring from the first bolt. The flight path stays incredibly controlled, almost eerily steady, thanks to the precision-focused design built specifically for modern fast crossbows. Then the real personality shows up on contact. Sharp, immediate, brutally efficient. The cut-on-contact 3-blade design slices fast without relying on complicated deployment systems that can sometimes fail under pressure. Hunters who are tired of mechanical broadheads opening inconsistently will appreciate the simplicity here. The one-piece steel construction feels dense and rugged in hand, while the diamond-cut blades deliver the kind of penetration serious hunters look for during tough conditions. Compared with expandable broadheads that prioritize huge wound channels, this design trades a bit of dramatic cutting diameter for stronger reliability, deeper penetration, and better durability after repeated use. That balance makes it especially appealing for hunters chasing accuracy at longer ranges or using extremely fast crossbows. The downside is that fixed-blade broadheads may require more careful bow tuning than certain mechanical options. But once everything is dialed in, confidence rises quickly. Every detail feels engineered for hunters who care more about consistency than hype. When the moment finally comes, calm equipment matters more than flashy promises. Now moving to the last one is G5 Montec M3 crossbow broadhead. The sound every hunter remembers is not always the shot. Sometimes it is the silence right after, when you are hoping your broadhead performed exactly the way it was supposed to. That pressure is why this crossbow broadhead feels so impressive in the field. The first thing that grabs attention is the flight stability. Tight, controlled, surprisingly clean for a mechanical broadhead pushing serious speed. Then comes the impact. The rear-deploying 3-blade system opens into a devastating 1.5-inch cutting diameter that creates heavy blood trails without sacrificing too much penetration. What really separates it from many expandable broadheads is the snap-lock blade retention system. That audible click before loading gives a reassuring sense that everything is locked securely into place instead of relying on flimsy bands or unpredictable retention clips. The hardened chisel tip also punches aggressively through hide and tougher material, while the stainless steel construction feels durable enough for repeated hunting use. Compared with fixed-blade broadheads that prioritize simplicity and bone-breaking consistency, this design leans harder into wound channel size and lethal cutting efficiency, making it especially appealing for hunters using high-powered modern crossbows. The included practice tip is another underrated advantage because it helps build confidence before hunting season starts. There is still a little more mechanical complexity compared to fixed blades, but the accuracy and cutting performance make that trade feel worthwhile. Every shot feels fast, focused, purpose-built for serious hunting moments. So guys, this was the video about the best broadheads for crossbow. We've carefully covered some of the best options available right now to help you make a smarter and more confident decision. Whether you're looking for performance, durability, value for money, or the latest features, this guide was designed to give you a clear and practical overview so you can pick what truly fits your needs. If any of the products we mentioned caught your interest, you'll find all the links conveniently placed in the description below. Make sure to check them out for more details, updated pricing, and availability. Taking a moment to explore those links can really help you choose the right option without any confusion. If you found this video helpful or enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit the like button. Your support means a lot and helps us keep creating more useful and high-quality videos for you. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.